tucked in. Amidst complete silence, that goes for 4. And he's found the gap beautifully because the fielder in the deep was at cover, beat the man inside the circle. Nobody, absolutely nobody said anything at the ground.
Just heard somebody sneeze in the nerve-wracking from here.
Oh yeah! A little bit of turn. If anything, it's turning a little bit more than when he started.
It's interesting when people think that in 20 overs they required 190 or so. It's like a T20 game, but T20 game, 2 fielders out there in the first 6 overs, chasing down 190 with 10 wickets in hand is very different to coming and facing a raging Jadeja or a Mohammad Shami to start your innings.
He's finished with none for 63. If you're playing an 8 runs an over game, none for 63, you've saved your team 17. 231 for 4.
पैम्पर्स पैंट्स जिनको पहनाना बेहद आसान। पैम्पर्स में है लोशन विद एलोवेरा जिससे बेबी को मिले रैश प्रोटेक्शन ऑल डे एंड नाइट। तो आज ही ट्राई करें पैम्पर्स पैंट्स।
PSO Deomax, पाकिस्तान का पहला प्रीमियम हेवी ड्यूटी डीजल इंजन ऑयल। परफॉर्मेंस ऐसी कि दुनिया चले।
These guys are in the minority. The others are just sitting. We had a few games here, World Cup matches at the Wankhede Stadium, and every time music came on, they were having fun, dancing in the aisles. But today, it's a slightly different matter. Semi-final, we all come to see India win. New Zealand has always proven to be worthy opposition. Nobody is in the mood to dance to the music.
He's got Mohammad Siraj on now. He's bowled 5 overs so far, none for 34. In this tournament, he's bowled some good second and third spells. That is something India would want. A wicket here. Sometimes he can be a little predictable and go for runs. So, New Zealand had to target one bowler from here on. Probably be Siraj because Jadeja's bowled out and Kuldeep's only got 2 left. But he's going round the wicket. Third man is up, fine leg is up.
The fact that they have covers and an extra cover on the 30-yard line say it's going to be wide Yorkers or just length balls on the stump. Daryl Mitchell, one of his biggest strengths is to go downtown. That's what he'll be looking to target, anywhere between long on and deep mid-wicket. Siraj trying to create the angle by bowling around the wicket.
DK, if you remember, India was trying these tactics in the last game just to sort of prepare themselves, just in case they need it, and tonight they need it against Daryl Mitchell.
He controls the game here. Very clearly, he controls the game here. Well called, DK. The wide Yorker.
It was end of the inning, when you just see the field, it's a bit of a giveaway what the bowler is trying to do. We are not yet at the end of the innings, but it tells you the kind of game it has been. They need upwards of 12 right now. Siraj looking to bowl those defensive lines, something that they do in T20 cricket.
And again, well done to Rohit Sharma in a match that was just petering out against Netherlands when India was going to win it. 25 overs in the second inning. This is something they tried. They tried 4 or 5 part-time bowling options. None of those have been used today, but this line was bowled. Netherlands, just for the sake of it.
This is like the right-hander's version of a left-arm over line. But he's coming round the wicket and getting the angle towards, away from the batter.
What Daryl Mitchell needs to do at this stage is come inside the crease a little more towards off-stump. He's standing too far away from the ball, so even if he extends his arm, he's not getting power into the shot. If he gets across the off-stump a lot more, because they have 2 fielders within the 30 yards, on the leg side, it'll be an easy pick-up over them, or he'll get closer to the ball and get power over the covers fielder.
Can you also play mind games, DK, with bowlers? Maybe let go of one ball that is really wide, force Siraj to get closer. Because it's going really wide, and because Mitchell is putting back to ball, there's no question of being called wide.
Half an over at least, this line is working. We've known about 14 overs. Who's going to Ahmedabad, and then tomorrow, South Africa. So impressive early on in the tournament. Then Australia, 7 straight wins. That'll be some game at the Inn Gardens. I think he needs to be a little careful about his over rate. You're already 1 over behind. If it comes to that, you don't want to be bowling at the end with fewer fielders outside.
Rohit Sharma and Siraj having plenty of discussions, but this line has been consistent around the 6th or 7th off stump. Get Daryl Mitchell to extend his arms, but the power is not going to be there unless he gets close to the ball.
The umpire saying, you're going to bowl now. So Rohit will slip off towards extra cover. Still with this round the wicket line. Just a single. Phillips has got to get a move on. This partnership is 12 of 24 balls. They can't afford that, New Zealand.
Although he's bowling wide, Siraj knows it's got to be absolutely spot on with the line. Any wider, it's going to be called wide. Anything closer to Mitchell could be punished. So what he's also doing is bowling with a cross seam, which means there's nothing happening in the air. There's more control over the line of the ball. There's no seeking of swing or lateral movement. He's bowling a certain line with the field set now with the batter. Change, Glenn Phillips on strike. Tactics should change.
It hasn't changed very much. They've just gone a little squarer out on the boundary at third man. Long off has come in. Two maybe. And the 2 isn't going to hurt India either. It's the boundaries. I think it might come down to the 6s. How many 6s do you score?
Don't go down there, Harsha. As soon as Kuldeep left the ball, rather misfielded the ball, Rohit rang in the change. Then Jadeja to sweep a cover. Rohit thinking quickly on his feet, trying to give everything to the bowler in terms of the right fielders in the right spots.
He's moving Kuldeep a bit. Kuldeep started off at shot third, then was sent off to shot square on the onside, now back at shot third. Only 3 of this over so far. It'll be called wide. He's got to bowl it again. Yeah, those the angles, you've got to be so precise. A little bit more, a little outside the tram lines, and you've got to bowl it again.
A few people have already started praying. You know, we're close to the finish of the match. Another 13 overs to go. New Zealand 4 wickets down, but some have started very early.
Can understand the feelings. But you'd imagine there'll be someone praying for New Zealand as well. Which prayer is more important then? Right, 4 of the over, last ball. They'll get just 1 more. 5 is a good over for India. Just 13 left. 162 to get. 236 for 4.
जब हर घूंट हो स्ट्रॉन्ग तो why not मेरी जान?
Nestle Fruit Tomatoes.
That's why I said 1 over behind India. 50 minutes left, 13 overs.
And now it's time to get it.
You don't want to get into those last 3 or 4 overs. Just have less support outside. 3 more overs with 4 outside the circle, then the extra support. Now Shami comes back. Imagine he'll bowl a couple of overs here. Get Kuldeep to bowl with the extra man outside. He needs to bowl 2. He's going at just about 6.3 an over. which is all right. One that's interesting is Bumrah. We just got so used to seeing Bumrah as a bank that we realize he's human too.
You know, those rare days when Bumrah has gone for more than a run a ball. Definitely not happened in this World Cup so far. He's always the first in everything in life. This is the crucial part of the game. How India control this next 3 to 5 overs. They managed to pick up a wicket, especially of Daryl Mitchell, to ease the pressure.
There's a man at deep point, one of the 4 fielders outside. 3 others are on the onside, long on, mid-wicket and deep square.
We all know India playing just the 5 bowlers. So what Rohit Sharma has done as part of variation is that he's given Jadeja bowling from both ends. Shami as well has had a crack from both ends, so he's bringing that kind of variation. There's always something different one end of the pitch. But what it offers to the bowler, we saw Jadeja getting more turn with one end than the other. Just the 5 bowlers. Had about 8 or 9 in the last game, but that was again Netherlands. They experimented today. It's not the stage to experiment. They've stuck with their 5.
Over the years, in the years gone by, India always played with 5 bowlers. In fact, an all-rounder and 4 bowlers. Square leg comes inside the circle. There is long off out, so still just a single. It's not hurting India at the moment. What's Mitchell going to do here? Because that asking rate has gone up to 12.63. One of these two. And I'd imagine it would be Phillips, because Mitchell's got a bat all the way through. I'd imagine it's Phillips who's really got to get a move on here. Take the bull by the horns. Chapman can do that too, so can Santner. So they've got a bit of batting. Otherwise, it's playing into India's hands.
This is also the time when the senior batter out there will pass on some wisdom to the new batter in. They'll say Mohammad Shami has been the pick of the bowlers. His tail is up, his bowls superbly. Let's wait for the bowler that we can go after, or you can go after, and maybe Kuldeep Yadav, the bowler they'll be eyeing. Certainly not Shami. I don't think they'll go after him. Somebody like a Mitchell.
Last 20 balls that Daryl Mitchell has faced, he's only made 11. This is the one. Yes, he likes playing that shot, and he plays that shot very, very well. Straight up on the side screen. Much needed 6.
You see the greatness of Mitchell here. Clearly, this was maybe a last-minute decision. He sees the ball under the bat. Powerful hitter, straight down the ground. He's taken on Shami. We thought Shami would be the bowler that he might spare, but if there in the slot to be hit, it doesn't matter who you are. This is the wicket they want. Kane Williamson was nice. This is the guy that India want.
New Zealand want to make this a big over from their point of view. India will want to salvage this. Again round the wicket. Oh, hit it 2 straight. Hit it 2 straight. There was a long off, so probably won't have gone for 4, but would have been a couple.
Much better ball from Shami. Ball that he got hit for 6 was one of the scorer balls that he's bowled in his spell so far. He needs to be more into the toes of the batter, not give them any sort of room to free their hands, and the fact that he has 4 fielders inside the circle of offside. If he errs, it needs to be around the leg stump. Goes past short fine leg for a 4, he shouldn't be bothered. Not get hit through the offside.
There is a man there, Ishan Kishan, the south fielder. 9 of the over, 12 left, it's 2:45 to 4.
सर्फ एक्सेल का नया अलग अंदाज, ये जिद्दी दाग निकाले पर इनके सॉफ्ट पर्ल्स रखे कपड़े नरम मुलायम। सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों पर सर्फ, कपड़ों पर नरम।
PSO Deomax, पाकिस्तान का पहला प्रीमियम हैवी ड्यूटी डीजल इंजन ऑयल, परफॉर्मेंस ऐसी कि दुनिया चले। The score.
Requiring 12.75. Partnership 25 of 33. As the music rings around the Wankhede Stadium. They're just getting ready for one final assault on New Zealand. And that assault will have to come now.
Siraj and Shami have bowled really well to Glenn Phillips so far. They've either gone outside the off stump or tucked him in. Because he's a batter who doesn't move his feet too much, uses his hands and the strength of his arms to hit those big boundaries. They've made it really hard for him. He needs to manufacture a boundary here.
Has he got it now? Probably bounced in front. That was Kuldeep. Probably bounced in front. He's got a couple of overs left, by the way. Kuldeep Yadav has bowled 8 overs for 50. He'll probably bowl overs number 41 and 43 with the extra fielder available outside. How far did this go?
A really good take there from Kuldeep Yadav on the bounce. Good part for India so far has been the fact that Dew hasn't played such a big part.
There must be a conversation about how they want to chase it down. This will find the gap and go for 4. Much needed boundary. Threw his hands at it with Glenn Phillips. 149 now needed from 70.
This is going to be a risky ball, this, because this was not a slow delivery. It was 138 kilometers per hour, and it was outside off. 2 fielders inside the circle, so maybe Rohit Sharma is trying to tell him the pitch is still dry. Slow balls, the grippings, if you want to bowl that line, taking the pace off might be a good idea, or get it right up there in the block hole.
There is a fielder in the deep. Irrespective of where this match ends, and you have no idea where it's ending. I think it's a fantastic run chase from New Zealand. Now, this was the previous over, bowling that left arm over line that we talked about, full wide of the stumps.
You can see his off stump is seen. Ideally, you want to cover those stumps. You shouldn't mind exposing a leg stump as well, because in case he looks to bowl there, just get pat on it, you get the boundary. Daryl Mitchell needs to relook his strategy. India taking time and setting the field. They're already an over behind. They know this is the crucial part of the game. These 2 batters here, with Mark Chapman and Santner to follow, this partnership is very important.
Also, BK, now we are in a situation where Rohit Sharma will not just look at field placement, he'll look at which fielder is fielding where. So he'll take his time to have the best fielders in the most critical position. Shubman Gill now is at short third, which is an important position considering the line that Siraj will be bowling.
He'll get 4, threw his bat at it. That's a problem sometimes when you bowl that line, because there's only 1 man out on the boundary.
This is really good bowling from Siraj. The execution was good. The batter was even better on this occasion. But that's the ideal situation for a bowler to be in. Err on the side of the field that you've set, and that he's done well.
DK is bowling the cross-seam deliveries for another reason, that it just holds into the pitch a little bit. So getting a length that is shorter, where the ball pitches and then loses a bit of pace.
He generally holds cross seam when he's looking to bowl Yorker, so that he has more grip on the ball and he has more control. At times he's been known to bowl the odd full toss. That's one of the reasons why he goes cross seam a lot more.
Take the game deep, that's what they say. Take the game deep. They just come inside the circle. I think that might have been a wicket.
He was gone. Jadeja has missed for a change. Another reprieve for a Kiwi batter. He had given up.
That's part about Jadeja's throw, the fact that even if Siraj is behind the stump, it takes a lot of courage to be able to take that on the bounce. Jadeja doesn't miss too often. So if you did watch the replay closely, you could have seen Daryl Mitchell gone even further across to his off stump, knowing the bowler's line is predictable, but still the execution on Siraj's part has been good so far. The run rate slowly but steadily creeping up.
There's a man in the team. They'll get 2, but not more. This just a bit of pressure from that Indian side. Now 257 for 4 in the field especially.
तमाशा ऐप डाउनलोड करो और वर्ल्ड कप लाइव स्ट्रीम करो बिल्कुल फ्री और लातादार डेटा के लिए मंथली फ्रीडम ऑफर सब्सक्राइब करके पाओ 200 GB डेटा सिर्फ 1800 रुपए के लोड में।
एक धूप में जागेगी खेल की उमंग, चाय और क्रिकेट फालतू पियो, जिंदगी जियो।
At 7, Mark Chapman, who's come and played some valuable cameos. With Santner at 8. Tim Southey can bat. You don't want to go that deep if your asking rate is 14 or 15, but he can bat. But it's Chapman, he's been picked ahead of Neesham. You can see the tension just rising. 141 from 11 overs. You've got to back the fielding side. He's got back to Shami. Shami's bowled 7. When's he going to bowl Kuldeep? Or is he going to bowl him from the other end?
That's really well bowled there. That's where you need to be, and Shami is bang on. Bowling coach always tells you to be between the toes.
Doesn't always show a lot of emotion, but today is one of those days. I don't think it takes too much pressure. Backs himself to pick up wickets. He's bowling at a very, very crucial stage in this match. He's into his 8th over. How are you finishing at DK from here? You got 3 from Bumrah, 3 from Siraj. Are you going to finish with those 2?
Bumrah and Shami probably to finish off. Or Bumrah, ideally Bumrah and Shami, I guess, at the end. That's good bowling from Shami. Not giving the room to Glenn Phillips. This is good bowling. Because from where Shami is bowling, the leg side boundary is much longer. I think Kuldeep should follow up after Shami is done with the spell. Just missing the stumps. What they call a bail trimmer. Just missed it.
And because Glenn Phillips has gone back to his pure seam bowling, for Daryl Mitchell is going for the Yorkers or trying something different. But I like this. Mohammad Siraj did it last over to Glenn Phillips. Used the pitch, still helping the seam bowlers.
There is a fielder in the deep, remember. This is the last over in which you're allowed only 4, so you've got to be a little careful about where they are. It's a tough over to bowl.
Also, one thing Rohit Sharma will be aware of is try and take the run rate as much as possible on the higher side, even if it means bowling Bumrah early and making it harder for the batter. At this stage, it's not a bad option. You would see Kuldeep and Bumrah starting a spell very, very soon.
They're getting too emotional about the situation at the moment. Just keep an eye on the wind predictor, which has India 95%.
Second time he's tried the bouncer, that's the double bluff. As a middle order batter at this stage, you're looking for the full ball. Bouncer can always be a tricky one.
Already the highest aggregate in a World Cup knockout match. You see that so often. Mumbai is a batter's dream. Always wonder how many is enough for the chase. India made 397 and there's been more than one moment when there've been butterflies in the stomach. Now 13 and a half. Nice, he was in control and it goes all the way.
Good thinking this from Daryl Mitchell. Bowled the bouncer the previous one, knows it was going to be a full ball. Either a Yorker or a slow one. This time it was the Yorker. He got into a great position, knowing shot finally was out. Just needed to get bad on it. The beauty is how early he gets ready. Both your feet facing the bowler tells you're in perfect position to play the shot over finally.
Shami would know for the perfect Yorker it needed to be a little fuller. Just got enough space to get under the ball. Good ball, but a great shot, really.
There is a fielder in the deep, so they'll only get one. 9 is still a pretty good over at this stage. 266 for 4, 132 to get from 10.
मैच कैसे देखेंगे?
My Song ऐप से माइको पर
अब सॉन्ग कस्टमर्स आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप के तमाम मैचेस देखें माई सॉन्ग ऐप से माइको पर और भी बिल्कुल मुफ्त।
पाकिस्तान का बेहतरीन इस्लामी बैंक आपकी तमाम जरूरियात पूरी कर जदीद सहूलियात के साथ फैसल इस्लामी बढ़ो यकीन के साथ।
सेफगार्ड से नहाना
जर्म दूर भगाना। सर्फ एक्सेल का नया अलग अंदाज। ये जिद्दी दाग निकाले पर इनके सॉफ्ट पर्ल्स रखे कपड़े नर्म मुलायम।
सॉफ्ट
सर्फ एक्सेल, दागों पर सख्त, कपड़ों पर नर्म।
Gets under the ball. You're absolutely right, Harsha. I think Kuldeep is a bowler. He's going to try and target, but also every time a batter has tried to target Kuldeep, he's managed to get the wicket of that batter as well.
Right, you can now have 5 fielders outside. Square legs dropping back. Third man, fine leg inside the circle. Then there's a squarish third man out. Point is out. And on the onside, the square leg, long on, deep mid wicket. He's got to be careful with his line. He's got no support behind the wicket.
There's quite a discussion. Siraj wanted deep square leg. Rohit Sharma fell long off with better. Rohit Sharma won that battle. Long off his back. Deep square leg comes into short square leg.
There's only one person doing that battle. What an innings this has been by Glenn Mitchell. Came in at 39 for 2 in the 8th over. 127 from 108 balls. 9 fours and 7 sixes. Of the 8 sixes that New Zealand has scored, he's produced 7 of them himself. And in a run chase, in a big knockout, it's an innings of the very highest class.
I'll try and show you the field is on the boundary next ball. See all the good field and the exceptional catches in the deep are all on the boundary. Especially when somebody like Darren Mitchell is on strike because he needed a good catcher in the deep. And a slight misshit, he's a good fielder, Shreyas Iyer. Shubman Gill is at third man. Surya Kumar Yadav safe as house when it comes to high catches on the boundary. Jadeja, one of the best on the boundary. This is where you've got to admire Virat Kohli at this stage of his career, manning the important positions.
Will be 6. Just got the room that he needed. That line, the length had to be perfect for that, and he got the opportunity to get under that. Now another 6 comes up.
Not easy bowling at this stage, especially 3 overs on the bounce, wide Yorkers. You get the length a little wrong, the batter gets under it. That's what Glenn Phillips did. It's not easy bowling in Mumbai. There's bounce and the batter can always make use of it.
There's one very unique feature of India's death bowling in this World Cup.
This will clear the boundary too. This is wonderful hitting. This is something we've known Glenn Phillips can do, and he's done it so many times before in T20 cricket. And he's starting to bring the required run rate down now. How much is enough to win a game? When you bat first in a knockout game and you made 397 for 4, surely you've got to believe you've got enough. Yet, there's just a little bit of uncertainty here. 118 needed of 57 at 12.4. Yes. Sometimes the pictures in the crowd tell a story. 14 of the over. There's still 3 balls left.
Just a dangerous ground. We've seen some crazy recoveries and tails wagging. Even that match which England lost to South Africa. Last 4 wickets, added a few runs. Partnerships happen easily down the order. Just try and show you what India does in the death overs. That's a slow ball that's gone wrong, and that's where India have been very different. But today they might have to do something they haven't done at all in this tournament. When you look at India in their death overs, the last 10 overs, the speeds.
Smithy starting to get excited again. Is he going to be able to get there? Oh no, he doesn't. Just slips away from behind him. You always in a run chase, DK, factor the fact that you get a couple of 18-20 run overs. This is the first of those, and there's 2 balls left. It's already 19.
A lovely gap to pick that. Managed to pierce it beautifully. Mohammad Siraj on a little bit of pressure. Already 19 runs of this over.
India made 110 in the last 10 overs. Only 6 runs separate the 2 teams at this stage. 291 for one India at this stage, 285 for 4 New Zealand. He needs to salvage this over, Shami. Because Phillips has gone up to 35 of 25. Once again, India feel the need for an over, for a wicket here. Almost played on, almost played on. What a game this has turned out to be. Anybody who's come here got their money's worth.
Got 109 kilometers per hour, 1 ball by Mohammad Siraj. But when you look at seamer slow balls in this tournament, look where India ranks. They bowled the least number of slow balls in the death overs. And today there's a cry almost with the dew not there, the pitch offering some help. They'll have to do something they haven't done before. Use the slow balls.
This game is open.